Hi everyone, I'm Jen. I'll wait for you guys to hop on here. So while I'm waiting, if you don't already have a foam roller, I definitely suggest you get one. You want one that's about a medium density, and so the really hard ones can hurt a little bit when you're rolling, but you do want to give your body some resistance. So a medium density is really good. And then you definitely want a long one. This one's 36 inches, so that's 3 feet. The shorter ones are awesome for travel, but you don't want a short one for your day-to-day stuff because hi Annette, thanks for inviting me. So you definitely want to get a longer foam roller, one that goes the length of your spine. The short ones, I have some that are about 18 inches. Those are perfect for travel. They can maybe even fit in a carry-on, but for your home use, I suggest the longer ones. So foam rolling is super awesome for a bunch of reasons. And I think a lot of people don't really know how to do it correctly, or you don't really know why you're doing it. So you're here eating healthy and learning some great recipes. I know that Annette has a wealth of knowledge to share. And foam rolling can actually fit right into that, because one of the things that it does is it detoxifies us and it flushes out our muscles, flushes toxins out of our muscles. So it's really a great complement to eating healthy, and it's a great complement to any kind of a detox or it's just nourishment for your muscles, really. So after you foam roll, you always want to drink plenty of water to help flush everything out. Yep, it is. So it's basically, foam rolling is essentially self-massage or self-myofascial release, which is self-massage. So it's something that you do for your muscles when they have, if you have knots in your muscles. But it's probably the biggest benefit to foam rolling is the benefit that it has on the fascia. So fascia is this web-like connective tissue. It really looks like a spider web. And it connects our muscles to each other. It connects our muscles to our skin. It connects our muscles to our organs. So it's this layer of connective tissue. And for a long time, fascia was kind of ignored, but now people are realizing the benefits of it and how important it is. So with repetitive use, injury, trauma, stress, bad posture, even if you just sleep funny, your fascia can become sticky. So when it becomes glue-like, and it starts to become like an adhesive. And this causes your muscles to stick to each other or to stick to your skin. And so with foam rolling, you are softening the fascia and you are returning this connective tissue as well as your muscles to a more healthy state, which is where that's where your body wants to be. That's how your body wants to feel. So foam rolling it's really good for fascia, for muscles, and there's also a lot of strengthening exercises that you can do on foam rolling as well, because the foam roller, because it's not a stable surface, because it rolls, it forces you to work your core muscles much more deeply than you would if you were just lying on an exercise mat doing core exercises. So if you adapted some of those same core exercises that you do on a mat to a foam roller, you work your postural muscles much more effectively and deeply, because balance adds in this whole other factor, and it forces you to engage when you might not have otherwise. Okay, so Annette, what do you think? Should we focus on any body parts in particular, or just try to give you a quick one over on some of the better body parts? We can focus on cellulite. That's usually pretty popular. Okay, then I'm gonna pick a couple. And I think what we'll do is we'll start with our upper backs, because it's just so common for people to hunch forward based on what we do in society. With all the forwardness that we do, texting, driving, riding a bike, typing at a computer, it's a lot of this hunching forward. So working on a foam roller can actually work to correct that a little bit. I want you to start with your foam roller going long ways, and hopefully you can see me okay. You're gonna lie over the foam roller the length of your back. So you want your head on the foam roller, and you want the foam roller going all the way down to your tailbone. And then start by just opening your arms to a T position, like a cross position, but with your palms up. And so it's really important that your palms are up because this works you into an external rotation of your shoulders. It's gonna help you open through your chest, and it's really just a nice counter action for a lot of those forward actions that you do regularly throughout your day. So you can hang out here on your foam roller for really as long as you want. It's also really nice just to kind of glide back and forth on the foam roller from here, and this loosens you up along your spine. And then from here, we'll start to do some snow angels. So you just reach your arms up and over your head, reach through your fingertips, and then reach your arms down along your sides. And you'll just repeat here a few times. So this engages you through your shoulder girdle, and it releases tissue and it releases tightness along your shoulder blades. So it feels pretty nice. And even just lying on the foam roller like this, because there's obviously this tendency to rock, even though you're not actually doing core exercises per se, you have to be engaged through your core, or you're gonna roll to one side or the other right off of the foam roller. So you can do these snow angels maybe 8 to 10 times is a good number. And really feel free to hang out on the foam roller like this for as many minutes as you like. It really is a nice opening for the chest. And then from here, we're gonna turn the foam roller the other direction. And I'm gonna have you start by putting it right over your shoulder blades. And then you're going to push your feet into the mat so your butt comes up. You're gonna pull your elbows up towards the ceiling because you want to broaden your upper back. And then you're just gonna rock up and down the length of your upper back. So you can start up all the way by your neck and then go down to mid-back and just roll the length of the back. So this is particularly good if you have slept funny on your back, or if you have a kink in your neck or your upper back, which is a really common place for people to have some kind of a discomfort. And you just roll the length. So try to do the length of your back. Again, 8 to 10 times is usually a good number. When you roll, you want to roll slowly, and you get immediate feedback here. So if you're feeling more tension in one area, you can kind of just release into it slowly and try to get the muscle to release that way, or spend a little bit more time there because you just get that immediate feedback. You feel it immediately. And again, this is another, even though you're not doing core exercise per se, your core is engaged to keep your seat lifted up. You can shift your body weight more to one side or to the other side to release more deeply into any one spot. Okay, from here, I'm going to ask you to sit on the foam roller, and we're going to roll your tush now a little bit. So this is actually really awesome at breaking up cellulite, if you have any, and it improves circulation in the area. So you're just going to shift onto one side or the other, and start just by rolling the length of your glute. Apply an appropriate amount of pressure for you. So the glutes are the biggest muscles in our body, so it's a good place to spend some time rolling. And then you'll do the same thing, obviously, to your other side. Again, just roll slowly and apply whatever amount of pressure feels appropriate for your body. And that might vary from day to day. Okay. From here, you're just going to make a figure 4 for a piriformis stretch.
So this is elongating your muscle here, and you're leaning into the glute again, and this time I want you to make circles. So the circular motion is particularly good for improving circulation. And that, again, is just all helping to break up and reduce the appearance of cellulite. And reverse the direction. And of course, change your size and do your same little circles. On your other leg. So whatever you do to one side, you want to do the other side. And whatever you do to a muscle, you want to get the opposite muscle as well. So for instance, if you roll your hamstrings, you also want to roll your quads. So let's move down to the hamstrings. And you're just going to sit on the foam roller for this and roll the length of your hamstrings. So the hamstring's made up of 3 different muscles, so it's easy for that to get sticky as well. And you can kind of glide your muscles along the foam roller as you roll to help break up the fascia. If you want to add more weight, you can cross your legs so that there's all the weight on one leg. And then of course you would do the same thing to the other side, cross so that you have all the weight on your other leg. And then from here, I'm going to turn my body over so that I can be sure to roll up my quads. So the quads is, they're another big muscle group. There's 4 of them, and you want to definitely spend some time here. Now, when you're here, I'm on my forearms in a plank position. It's really important to keep your abs engaged, because if you don't, you'll sag down, and that could cause you some pain in your low back. So keep the core pulled in, and just go up and down the length of your quad. Again, you want to move slowly and just give the muscle plenty of opportunity to release. And then let's do one last roll here. This time you're going to lunge, so place one foot forward and put the foam roller on your other shin. So you're in a lunge position, which is awesome for the hip flexor. And then you can just roll back and forth along the back shin. If you have more open hips, you can put both hands to the inside of the foot. You can also turn it into more of a lunge if you want to add some strength or a degree of strengthening here instead of only relying on flexibility. So you have a few different options. And again, usually about 8 is a good number to do. And then you just switch over to your other side. So if you notice any knots or any tension, it's totally fine to stay a little bit longer there. You want to avoid rolling over your knee. So in general, you kind of avoid bones and joints when you're foam rolling. Okay, so that's all I'm going to show to you today. That's a quick little introduction. But there's so much more that you can do with a foam roller. It's a great practice to add to your normal fitness routine, and
the more you do it, the more consistent you are, the better it is for you. I mean, that's pretty much true of anything. But even if you don't have a lot of time, you know, you can just spend maybe 10 minutes rolling a day, and you can focus on any body part that you're feeling is necessary for you. So I hope you enjoyed. And I just filmed some foam rolling videos, so you'll have to check them out. I'll put my website in the comments below. So the foam rolling videos won't be released until next month, but I have some other programs available online if you want to add all of this mind-body stuff into your detox and your health coaching with Annette. They all tie together because they kind of actually truly reduce stress in our bodies, and of course it's all related back to your diet. So thank you so much for joining. I hope you have an awesome weekend. Thanks for inviting me, Annette. Bye.